Hey, 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 welcome into another episode of Out of Bounds with your host, Toddfox, here on the show, along with the other host of the show,
Carlos.
a.k.a. Rick Davis. Week 18, it is. It's the final week of the regular season. So, what that means, we are only separated by one game in the Pick'ems with me and Carlos, who have been doing this since week one. So, we are only one game off. What is the official record as we enter this most important week of picking?
Todd, you got me by one win. You're sitting at 152 wins, 102 losses, two ties, while I'm sitting at 151 wins, 103 losses, and two ties.
Ooh, man, this is going to come down to the very last week, which it has. And so our picks this week better be good because one of us is going down. One of us is going to have bragging rights. The playoffs are a whole different story. This is all about the goddamn regular season, people. So this is excellent. We're all ready for this. And as we get started, we're going to touch on a little bit of news and notes real quick. Damar Hamlin is showing signs of improving. He was quoted today by Adam Schefter when he actually asked the doctors, did they win the game? The doctor said, you won the game of life. That's the most important thing. So that's good to hear. But that game, we will talk about what's the ramifications of that game being played or not moving forward. If you got any other news, my man, before we get started?
Well, that's it. I posted that on the Out of Bounds page right here on YouTube.
Okay. And then let's see, we got Walter in the house. He's going to be on the ones and twos.
Hola, niños.
All right, there you go. So with that, let's get started, shall we? We're going to get started with this is Thursday night. We have no Thursday night football. We have no Monday night football. So we're going to have two games on Saturday, and then we're going to have the rest of the games play out on Sunday. And then Sunday night, we should have the complete playoff picture unless they do play that game with Kansas City, not Kansas City, Buffalo, and the Bengals. We have to find out what the league's going to do because there's just right into the wild card the next week. We don't know what's going to happen. So for now, the Kansas City Chiefs will lead things off against the Raiders. The Chiefs are 13-3 and actually can't rest anybody. They need to win this game. They're 6-2 on the road. They have to stave off the Bills, who have a better record if they were to have played that game and won. Vegas is 6-10, 4-3 at home, but they played much better with Strowman in there. They opened up the offense. The tickets are going as low as $145 in this game, being the last game of the season. So tickets are up there. There's going to be a sea of red. Chiefs are a 9-point favorite. What say you on this game?
I'm going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs because they have to win the game. The Raiders, they've been playing pretty good, but the Chiefs realistically just own the Raiders since Mahomes has been the quarterback in Kansas City. Andy Reid, the connection that they got a good thing going. Raiders will be interesting. They'll be entertaining. They'll keep things a little close with Devontae Adams, Darren Waller, and them, but it's a little too late. A little late in the season. I'm picking the Kansas City Chiefs to win this game.
Okay. And, as far as the Raiders are concerned, too, they're looking towards the future. And so right now, there's a lot of turnover. They got to figure themselves out. Like I said, they played better last week. But I'm going with the Kansas City Chiefs. Better team, better offense, better defense. It is the play. There you go. On the ones and twos right there. It is Papa John's moment right there.
Do we all have some coffee before the show?
No, he's just naturally hyper.
Pasta bin.
Yeah, he had some pasta. So he's gonna be talking to Spanglish. So I'm gonna go with the Chiefs in this one too. I think they're looking over their shoulder because if that game gets played, the Chiefs, even with a win, are going to lose that number one spot if the Bills win. So. It's complicated. If they don't play, the Bills get screwed. If they do play, and the Bills still win, then they have to play for that coveted spot because again, this is the first year where it's only going to be one team getting that first round bye.
That's true. What do you mean your predictions went to the crapper, Sonia? What do you mean by that?
I don't know what she's saying right there.
She's asking, can she change her picks if things change? Like if Wolf changed quarterback tomorrow?
Oh, No, it's official today if it goes down like that. That's for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Because then everybody else will go do the same thing, and then it'll be a big messy. It'll be a messy situation.
There you go.
You talk about the GOAT, you better not miss.
Oh God. Uh, wrong sport.
Uh,
All right,
uh,
so we both go with the Chiefs right there over the Raiders. So the next game will be another good one. This one's going to be in just basically a playoff game. It's the 10. Excuse me, I'm still coughing. Shut up. Tennessee Titans 7-9, 4-4 on the road. Maybe I'm just talking about the Tennessee Titans too much. I start choking because they're choking their season away. Jacksonville Jaguars are 8-8, 4-3 on the road. Winner of this game goes to the playoff and hosts one. Tickets are going for as low as $113. That's pretty good for pretty much a playoff game. Jaguars are 6.5-point favorites, and the quarterback for this one, I believe, is going to be the third stringer again. What's his name?
is it Malik Willis?
No, it's not Malik Willis. It's the other guy that started Let or whatever his name is.
Some Yahoo.
Yeah, some Yahoo. There you go.
Well, we'll just call him Yahoo. He's gonna be the starter.
Yeah. So what do you think? Do you think the veterans come away with this one, or the upstart Jaguars do?
Oh man, with the quarterback situation that you just announced, I'm going Jaguars, man. The Tennessee Titans are just a dumpster fire.
Yeah, they are. What do you think? What do you think has gone wrong with them besides Tannehill and the quarterback situation? Do you think it's deeper than that?
I think that they've just run into I think they've gone as high as they possibly could. The ceiling has been reached for Tennessee. They had their chance to, run the table, make noise, and even in a bad season, this should have been they should have been clean cut favorites. And even last year, they struggled, even with AJ Brown. So you take away something that was kind of helping them out, and they're even worse this year. So yeah, I mean, I can't see Derrick Henry is going to be there that much longer. And we're just gonna see what happens with Tennessee because I honestly think they got a decent roster. Right, they were in position to win that division outright, and then they just ran into a wall. Haven't been able to get momentum back in their favor. So, yeah, the ceiling has been reached in Tennessee. I think Vrabel might have to go along with Derrick Henry. It's time to rebuild the puppy.
That's just what I was going to ask you because is this something that a coach like especially Tennessee's not a big market, but they love their football down there, and this is obviously a disappointment. Do you think they go the other route with that and just say, hey, it's time to go Vrabel, or do you think they just hit a hard reset on the roster? What do you think's more likely?
They you got to look at the times that they're in right now. Jacksonville is on the rise, man. Jacksonville's got their quarterback of the future. Tennessee doesn't have a quarterback of the future. Malik Willis hasn't shown signs of being the future quarterback, and they just gotta hope and pray that they can land a quarterback in this upcoming draft. So yeah, I think they got to rebuild the whole entire roster because Jacksonville, they're going to be the favorites for years to come. But you can be right there with them if you build things like you can snap. Basically, if you catch fire, you get all your good rookies in one draft class, you can take it to the top. So yeah, I would blow up the roster.
I agree. I think you give Vrabel one more chance. If he loses the locker room with a blown up roster next year, then yeah, if he doesn't show improvement or the team trying hard, because I don't think it's the roster per se as much as it is them just not buying into whatever he's selling, and they're just not playing like they were. They were efficient before, and they just haven't been that. So there you go.
What's going on, James?
Yeah, James is in there. What's up, Sonia and everyone? Randy.
Wait, Randy's in here?
Yes. So next game. Hold on, don't start. Tampa Bay will play the Atlanta Falcons in a whatever game. Tampa Bay's 8-8, 3-4 on the road. Atlanta's 6-10, trying to finish with 7 wins when they were only supposed to have 3. Tickets going for as low as $30 in this one. Atlanta is favored by 4 because it looks like Tampa's going to rest all their starters. Is this a who gives a fuck game of the week?
I haven't looked at the whole entire the whole slate of games. I'm only going based on the games that you're introducing.
How do they
prepare going? So far, that's the worst one so far. Yeah, man, because there's nothing on the line. Tampa Bay knows that they're not going up or going down in the playoff seating. So yeah, I don't see why they would even risk starting any other starters. Atlanta, they yeah, I don't know, man. I'm gonna go with. because they're at home and they got this is the last game of the season in Tampa Bay. They're just like basically on a bye week, preseason week, whatever however you want to call it. Yeah, give me Atlanta only because it's a meaningless game for Tampa Bay, but Atlanta, this is their last game of the season, the last meaningful game until September. So give me Atlanta.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Atlanta as well in this one. And I picked the Jags. Sorry, I forgot to say I picked the Jag. I got thrown off. But yeah, I'll take Atlanta as well. Tampa Bay is gonna be putting all their backups in there. This is gonna be a useless game. So yeah, I think you're right. Atlanta's gonna try to get that 7th win. They look like they're on the rise for next year. So we'll see what happens in it. And it's gonna be a 8-9 first place finish for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which is pretty crazy.
No.
So, and real quick, Randy brought up the comment. He says, "I hate when they don't give coaches quarterbacks worth of shit, and then they fail and get fired. Then the next coach gets to reap the benefits of a new quarterback." And that's what happens. You're married to your quarterback, and that's either your GM's fault or your fault for picking that quarterback. So, unfortunately, that's what happens in a lot of these cases, man. These coaches get married to these quarterbacks, and you're there. You're reaping in the rewards, or you're floundering in the failure.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. That's what happened with not Lovie Smith, but Leslie Frazier with Minnesota. I don't know if you remember, but he was the guy that took over after Brad Childress got fired after the 2010 season when we had Favre and Randy Moss and all those guys. And then in 2011, Leslie Frazier came in and he drafted Christian Ponder, and the guy did not want to let go of Christian Ponder. He started as Christian Ponder, and that's the reason why Leslie Frazier left and got fired from Minnesota and got picked up as defensive coordinator for the Buffalo Bills.
Yep, exactly.
Married to the hip, just like you said it.
Yeah, and you ride with your guy. That's what it is, man. But if you ride with your guy, I would open it up. I wouldn't coddle him and make him captain check down. I think that's where a lot of these coaches fail. So there it is right there. The next game is going to be essentially a playoff game for the New England Patriots. They have to win. The Jets are still somehow alive. You got the Dolphins alive, and you got the Steelers alive right behind them. So you got 4 teams vying for one spot. You got Buffalo coming off of a very emotional game on Monday night. They got to turn around and play again. They're not knowing whether they're going to play a 15th game, or not 15th game, 17th game. So they're 12-3 right now, and the New England Patriots are 8-8. Bills need a win to keep pace with the Chiefs. They are 7-point favorites at home. $90 is the lowest ticket right here, which is not bad for a pretty good game. 35-degree weather there in Kansas City and sunny. So what do you think, man? Do the Patriots love to exploit weaknesses, and the weakness right now for Buffalo is that they are very emotional.
This is because of that emotional stage. I know the best way to get over a situation like what happened last week or Monday, however you want to call it, because that was actually this week or whatever, but it was technically last week. The best thing that could happen for Buffalo is to move on, not emotionally or mentally, but move on physically and get back on the playing field and hold this game in honor to honor Hamlin. So I think Buffalo's going to use this as a way of honoring him and playing for him. And since now he's showing signs that he's making recovery or almost a full recovery. Well, I wouldn't say full, but he's recovering, right? He's got his eyes open and he's responding and squeezing people's hands. So that's a really good sign right there. That's like life in itself right there. So I think Buffalo's going to come out and they're going to blow out the New England Patriots. I think they're going to give it to them because they got a lot of emotion. Now they got actual reason to actually go out there and dominate because of Hamlin. I think they're going to use that in their advantage in a good way, in a great way. Not just like saying that we're just going to use this and get away like that's our momentum. They're actually they have to use that in momentum fashion. So give me Buffalo.
Okay. I have a sneaky feeling that the Patriots are going to do something in this game, but to give them a win on the road like that, they've done it before, but not recently in Buffalo. I'll still stick with a safe pick, but something tells me the Patriots are going to do something to either keep it really close or maybe even have a lead late in the game. If they were to upset the Bills, it wouldn't surprise me, but I'm gonna go safe pick, and I'm gonna go with the Bills in this one. So give me Buffalo in a tight butt cheek squeezed game.
And the guy still has not asked me.
Just the way Bill Belichick likes it.
Mm-hmm. With that little
Old
pruny,
crusty.
yeah, with that pruny face of his.
Yeah. He looks
Uh,
like a sweet potatoes, doesn't he?
he does
I
sweet
think he could be the
potatoes.
logo of Lay's Potatoes. Like they should put him. Lay's Potatoes chip should just have his face because he's got that potato face on.
He always has that salty face, dude. I swear to God.
He is potato man. He does define the word potato.
Mm-hmm. Oh man. So that'll move us on to your team, the Minnesota Vikings, who are 12-4, still alive for that number one spot. They're likely going to play all their starters, thanks to that loss on the road in Green Bay, which shocked everybody. Vikings are 7.5 point favorites against the Bears. 3-13 so far, 2-6 at home. Tickets are going as low as $22.
Dude, hey, don't tempt me. That's only a 5-hour drive. My wife would be mad at me. She'd be like, "Dude, you've already gone to 2 games. Like, chill out, man."
She'll be like, Todd, I hate you.
If it was closer, I would go. If it was a game in Detroit, like Minnesota going in Detroit, and it was only $20, I'd be like, "Dude, I'm going. I'm taking my nephews with me. I got them. I got them covered on the tickets."
I'd love to see you go out there because 38 degrees and a chance of snow showers. I'd like to see how you can handle that for 3 hours.
Well, it was freezing cold, and it was snowing when we went to that Cleveland, Baltimore. It was cold as crap, bro. I was shaking, and I was layered up. I had like 3 layers of clothes, and I was still shaking because it was so cold. When we were leaving the stadium, because we were leaving with like 2 minutes to go. That's when Baltimore turned the ball over for because Cleveland had stopped them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we were like, all right. I told my nephews, I was like, all right, we gotta go. We gotta beat traffic. But the center of my back started hurting, like my spine started hurting. That's how cold it was. It was so cold, man. It was cold. Cold.
Well, this one's gonna be a cold one too.
Huh?
7.5 point favorite Vikings. Do you like your chances?
I'm just gonna say it's crazy. What's going on, Monk? I see you in the comments. I'm just thinking it's crazy that Minnesota's favored by so many points. We're normally in close, tight games. This is gonna be another tight one because Minnesota's gonna have basically practice squad players out there. All of our special teams players are going to be out there making plays. Our special teams players are really, really good. Our special teams has made a huge improvement from last year, last year to this year. I was going to say from previous years, but yeah, give me Minnesota in this one only because Minnesota special team players are they're vying for a spot and free agency is going to play a huge role as to why these guys are going to play their butts off. Chicago's they're already done, bro. They're running off fumes. They're ready for the season to be over.
Yeah, that's true. But from what I'm hearing, the Vikings are going to be starting their starters. Maybe you have more insight on that, but that's what I'm hearing.
That's possible, man. Just because our offensive line, we just signed practice squad players from other teams for the offensive line because during that game against Green Bay, 2 of our offensive linemen got hurt, and the right tackle Brian O'Neill, top 3 offensive tackles in the NFL, he got put on the IR. So now we gotta see what the starters do without him.
All right. Well, I'm going to go with the Vikings in that one too. Despite I don't care if their backups start, they should win that game against the Bears. The Bears they locked in the number 2 pick either way, so they'll be fine there. That'll move us on to the Baltimore Ravens at Cincinnati Bengals. Bengals fresh off of what happened on Monday. They too are a little bit of an emotional thing. T. Higgins got a lot of shit for something that wasn't his fault because the media is dumb as fuck, and so are the fans. The Ravens are 10-6, 5-3 on the road. The Bengals are 11-4, 5-1 at home. Bengals are a 7-point favorite as Hundley and the Ravens don't have nothing to play for. The Bengals essentially don't have anything to play for. Tickets are, well, they kind of do and kind of don't. Again, they're in the same boat as the Bills. Do we play our starters? Do we not? Because are we going to lose that spot? Because they still have a chance to get the number 2 spot if the Bills were to lose. So I guess they're going to play their starters, but we'll see. Tickets are going as low as $72. This is one of those game time decisions. The Bengals are 7-point favorites. The weather will be 44 degrees and sunny.
Dude, I really want to go with Baltimore in this one, but man, their offense just sucks, man. Their offense is so slow paced. It's just like even if Cincinnati doesn't have starters out there, their play style is a lot more faster. Their defense man, Baltimore's offense is just such a huge letdown this year. They have not looked the same at all, man. I don't know if it's honestly because Lamar Jackson's not playing, but man, they just like it's kind of like a dink and dunk type of offense. You look at the receivers, they don't have much of anything out there, man. And then Mark Andrews, he's probably getting double and triple teamed. It's just a bad look, man. I I really, really honestly want to pick Baltimore, but because of that fact that Baltimore's offense, especially with Tyler Huntley, when I watched him in person, man, like I didn't believe it until I seen him in person, and he does it every game. He holds onto the ball, and then when he doesn't see nothing, he starts getting all paranoid. It's like what Sam Darnold said on that Monday night game against the Patriots. I hear ghost or whatever he said. That's what he looks like. He looks like he's scared, and then once he feels like there's anybody around him, he starts hesitating, and he tries to like force the ball out, and that's why he starts throwing interceptions. So give me Cincinnati because I don't trust Tyler Huntley, and I liked Tyler Huntley for a while until he just proved to me and I think everybody else that he's not the guy that I thought he was.
And much like Buffalo, where I think they're going to play a little bit harder, they're going to struggle in the first half. I think Cincinnati's going to get off to a slow start, and then the second half they're going to want to tune things up. That's a smart coaching staff over there in Cincinnati. Huntley doesn't throw the ball downfield. We talked about this off the air. Baltimore needs to blow that thing up. Harbaugh's married to that whole the quarterback's got to rush for 100 yards type thing. I don't like that offense. I've never liked that offense. Their defense is going to keep them in this game for a bit. But I think the Bengals, the way they are, man, they're a fine-tooled machine. They're hot at the right time. My only thing is, football-wise, take the whole Hamlin thing out of it for a second. You just look at what that whole potential thing could have did in stopping the momentum of a team like Cincinnati, stopping the momentum of a team like Buffalo. It kind of mixes things up. It kind of hurts where they're going. So I'm going to be very interested to see how both these teams get out of that whole situation with Hamlin, how they play moving forward. But give me the give me the Bengals to win that game over Baltimore.
All right.
All right, that'll move us to the next game. This one could be the who gives a fuck game of the week. I mean, come on, man. Houston Texans 2-13-1, 2-6 on the road. The Indianapolis Colts are 4-11-1, 2-5 at home. The Colts are actually 2.5-point favorites. Now, who's going to start at quarterback? I have no flipping clue for either team. Both teams are not satisfied with Davis Mills, Matt Ryan. The list goes on. Foles, whoever they got over there, Eason. I mean, they got nobodies over there. So we'll have to see where that goes. But the Colts are 2.5-point favorites. It's in the Dome at home. These two teams tied earlier in the season. I don't know what else is there to talk about other than tickets are going as low as we've seen them. $11.
They should be free. They should, man. Who's gonna want to honestly spend, dude? Even fans of the Colts, like honestly, when you're in that game, you're gonna be sitting there like, dude, look at our quarterback. Look at what we're watching. I'd rather be at home watching the red zone than this garbage on display right here.
Mm-hmm.
Give me the feistier team. Give me a team that's actually put up fights. The record doesn't show how hungry they are for their win. Plus, I'm also looking at Jeff Saturday representing ESPN, so I'd love for him to go on like on a 7-game losing streak. I think it's like this marks 7 games in a row where he lost. But he's representing. He's basically the face of ESPN. So I'm going based off of that. That's why I'm going with the Houston Texans over the Colts because I want ESPN to go 1-7.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Lovie Smith Texans as well. I think they've played with more fight. The Colts are just out of it, man. If they would stick with one quarterback, I might have favored them in this game. But I'm with you. I think the Texans have been playing hard. Other than last week, they got their asses handed to them. So so far so good. We're picking all the same games right now. So again,
Yeah, I also go to the Colts, but no one would take me.
Exactly. So, on a 1 to 10.
And that's your Walter for the night.
Hey.
See you tomorrow, guys. And that's the end.
There she
Hey,
goes.
tell me you're not paying attention without telling me.
You saw him staring at me. That was like annoying the crap out of me right now.
At least that's more interesting than the Colts and the Texans.
There you go. You're going to get more out of it just with that segment. All right, so that'll move us on to the next game. This is Randy's special of the week versus our boy Matthew McWilliams, who's a Dolphins fan. Randy's Jets are 7-9, 4-4 on the road. They're somehow still alive against the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. The Jets need everyone and their mother to lose or tie, so they're still alive. But the Dolphins are 8-8, 5-2. They can't control their own destiny. Technically, New England can, but they're 2-point favorites over the Jets at home. It's gonna be 73 degrees in January and sunny in Miami. Little humidity. And the Jets are, let's see, tickets are going for, if I can get it up here, right here, $66 is the lowest ticket. It's technically almost sold out. So Jets fans travel. Let's just say that. What do you think in this one right here? Jets versus Dolphins. This is an interesting one.
Man, the Dolphins are on like a 5-game losing streak. The Jets, the only issue that we have with them right now is their quarterback situation.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, they've got everything else that you could ask for in a team. That's why they're competitive. The Dolphins, they've basically like run out of I guess gas. They're the tires on that nice shiny toy at the beginning of the season. That car, those tires, they're riding on one basically a unicycle, and that thing's ready to fall apart. But they're also with the quarterback situation. Who's going to be their quarterback? Is Teddy Bridgewater going to be ready to go? Or is it going to be Skylar Thompson? And then as far as the Jets, who's a quarterback over there? They got like 4 quarterbacks, and we don't know who the quarterback's going to be at before, during, and after the game. Like they might announce a starter today, but during the game, like during the second quarter, they'll probably pull the quarterback, and that's the same thing that the Dolphins could possibly do. So with this one, man, I'm going to go. It's hard to pick against the Dolphins because they're on a 5-game losing streak. But then it's a divisional game, and this is where teams can always get their wins. But I'm going to lean towards – it's in Miami. I'm going to lean towards the Jets in this one. I'm going to go with them only because, like I said, they both have a quarterback situation going on. And I think that the Jets defense, the Jets defense, I trust them more than I trust the Dolphins offense at this point in time.
Okay, because just to give you, if you can still change, but right now, let's see. Wednesday we'll do everything to. There's a chance that that Wilson could get the start for the Jets because he is still messed up, being the Mike White, and then it looks like let's see, the Dolphins are going to go with Thompson, because Tua's not ready and Bridgewater's questionable. So right now, Thompson's getting the first team reps. So I don't know if that changes your mind. Dolphins and the Jets. I'm going Dolphins in this one.
You're going to go Dolphins?
I'm going to go Dolphins in this one. Yeah, if Wilson sniffs the field, I think the Jets are in trouble. Mike White playing injured. He hasn't been the same since your boys cracked him. So, I mean, he's a good quarterback, don't get me wrong, but I think ribs are a hard thing to get past. I've seen some really great quarterbacks take some rib shots and not be good for a good while till they actually healed. So, and he's got other injuries to deal with too. So let's see, man. If it is Zach Wilson Thompson, dude, give me the Dolphins.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to go on the limb on that one.
Yeah, I'm going to go based on defense. I think similar situation, but like I said, I just trust the defense more. And plus the Jets are going to watch this game more. The Dolphins had their chance. They were, 8-4, 8-5, whatever the record was, and now they're sitting there at 8-8.
Yeah, I mean, they blew it, man. That coach talked a lot of shit about not being scared of the wintertime, and look what happened.
Since that dude, yeah. He's starting to get a shorter leash on my list. He might be done after next season if he doesn't get it together.
We'll see. He looks like a moron.
Yeah.
Now, New Orleans Saints will host the Carolina Panthers. These two teams should be ashamed of themselves. They had an opportunity to be in the playoff picture and be right there and to win that division, but they let Tampa Bay take it and steal the division. New Orleans going 7-9, 4-4 at home. Those bastards only win on the road. I'll mention it again, was against us, the Seahawks. The Panthers are 1-6, and their only win on the road was against the Seahawks. Bastards. So the Panthers are 3.5-point underdogs going into the last week of the season. It's in the Dome. You have some injuries. There's just going to be a lot of players not really playing. and sitting out this last game. And because of that, tickets are now hitting another rock bottom low. You thought $11 was low, $9 for the Saints.
Can I go to that game?
If you're in New Orleans, yeah.
Nah, I'm good.
$9. That's it, huh?
$9 to sit in the Superdome.
The food's gonna be more expensive than the ticket itself.
I think so.
Yeah.
Give me Carolina in this one. The Saints, I wanted to pick them, but I started thinking more and more into this game as to why I wanted to pick the Saints, and I can't just go based off of talent because if that was the case, the Saints would have won that division outright. To me, I think that they got the best overall team in that division, but for whatever reason, things didn't work out with Dennis Allen, the former defensive coordinator, now head coach.
This is so smart.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm sending mixed signals.
I heard something.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, but with this one, I'm going to go with the Carolina Panthers because the players have been, even when the season was technically lost, when they traded away Robbie Anderson, let go of Baker Mayfield, and Christian McCaffrey got traded away. All that good stuff, Carolina could have just easily folded and just called it a night, called it a day, called it a season. But this coach has them playing to their max. And I think that the players are going to look at it like that's an opportunity for other teams to look at them with guys that have expiring contracts, and they're going to play for a new contract for another team or for the Carolina Panthers themselves. And then you also got to look at the head coach. That guy, he might be the next head coach for Carolina, so he's going to do everything he can. This is basically like his application into the job for next season and years after that. So I'm going Carolina.
All right. I'm going to go opposite. I'm going to go New Orleans in this one. I think the redhead stepchild's playing a little bit better for the Saints. I do like what you've been saying. I do buy into Carolina playing a little bit better, more competitive. But, I think I'm taking a risk on this one, man. And if I lose because I didn't pick the Jets and I didn't pick Carolina, I'm going to be pissed off. But this is this is one of the games that comes down to for me because as you do that evil laugh, you bastard. See? Bitch.
That's a pile of wieners.
Here we go. Anyway, I'm gonna go on a limb, man, and give me New Orleans, dude.
Oh shit.
So I'll be watching. That'll give me a reason to watch that piece of crap game. By the way,
You're gonna be sitting there like, shit. You're gonna be like, fuck, the Jets already won. That fucker Carlos is gonna beat me this week.
Yes. Yep. It's definitely gonna come down to that.
Oh, man.
Well, that'll move us on to one that we might be split on this one as well.
What's going on, Nate? You finally got into the stream, man. Thanks for showing up.
Well, here's
You came at the wrong time to join.
the Cleveland Browns go to Pittsburgh. This potentially could be the game of the day. Why do I say that? Because Pittsburgh Steelers are still playing for their playoff lives. The Cleveland Browns could play the spoiler in this one. They've been playing better football, not Deshaun Watson, but the defense has been playing better. The offense has been iffy. The run game's been better, though. But the Steelers have a stingy run defense, and these two teams, you could throw the records out when they play. That's the old cliche. The Steelers are 2.5-point favorites at home. Pickett's been playing much better. The weather is going to be a factor. 41 degrees and light, cold-ass rain. So this is going to be a swashbuckler. Or like our boy from JR from the WWE, he used to say slobber knocker. Tickets are going as low as $72 on the final week of the season because, hey, it's the Steelers and Browns. Who do you got?
I'm gonna go with the Steel Curtain. I'm going with Pittsburgh. They're rolling right now. Tomlin's got this team going in the right direction. Maybe it was just a matter of time before Kenny Pickett found out if he was a quarterback that they can trust for the future. Cleveland, so like they're just such put it in autopilot and cruise control. We're just gonna see where things land, and that's how they play their games. Pittsburgh more of we're gonna smash anything that you put in front of us, and we're gonna play hard defense, and we're gonna pass and run the ball. So yeah, give me Pittsburgh.
I think that I'm going with the same thing because I think right now they want it more. You could say it on his face or see it on his face. Tomlin has got the Steelers in a good spot. I said it last week. I really like where Pickett's development is going. He's showing vast improvements in his rookie year. And I just think he's got that it factor, and they're starting to trust him throwing the ball down the field. Now, I think he's going to take some sacks in this game. He's going to have to make some tough throws, but he was very, very efficient against the Ravens in the fourth quarter. But he's going to have to play hard because Cleveland's not going to be a slouch in this game either. So give me the Steelers, but this is going to be another one of those 16-13 type games, man. It's going to be close.
Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be close, but it's in Pittsburgh and Cleveland rivalry game going. It's going to be crazy. That home field advantage for Pittsburgh. I would love to go to a Pittsburgh Cleveland game, Pittsburgh Baltimore game, or Pittsburgh Bengals game in Pittsburgh. And showing up as a neutral fan just to feel that atmosphere, I'd love to do that, bro. I'd love to do it. I can only imagine what it's like being in attendance for a game like in this magnitude. Got a chance at going into the playoffs. Give me Pittsburgh again, man.
I'm the same way. Give me Pittsburgh. I would love to do that. That's a great idea to go to some rivalry games like that. Say, for instance, I wasn't a Seahawks fan. I'd love to go to Seahawks and Niners fan as a freaking, or a Cowboys Eagles game, just as, like you said, a fan of football.
This neutral, just don't show up with any jersey. Just show up with a regular white or black shirt and some jeans or something like that, and just feel the atmosphere.
Yeah, exactly, and listen to the fans talk shit to each other.
Oh, that's the best, man. That's the best.
Exactly. So this game right here, I don't know if it's going to matter or not. They're playing it like everyone's going to play, but the Chargers might just play their starters for a half maybe. They go to Denver Broncos country. Let's ride. Hopefully, Broncos country takes another loss in this one. That helps our draft pick. Well, I think we're locked into the third spot, so it doesn't matter if they win or lose. But Chargers are 10-6, 5-3 on the road. They've been playing much better here in the month of December and January. Broncos are 4-12. We all know what their kind of season's been. Russell Wilson finally has more touchdowns than bathrooms. The Broncos are 2.5-point favorites at home. 47 degrees and cloudy in Denver for that game. And just to mention it one more time, Denver is averaging just 16 points per game, last in the league, and they are giving up 20, which is one of the best in the league. So pretty hilarious right there. What say you on this Denver game here with the Chargers?
I'm going Chargers, man. Denver, I can't trust them. Even if Denver does win, it's kind of one of those whatever games. Yeah, man. I mean, Denver had Kansas City last week, and what does Russell Wilson do? He just throws up an interception, and then Kansas City goes and takes the game over from that point on. I look at the Chargers. The Chargers, I think what can motivate them to play their game, this game top notch, even with backups, like game plan and all, is that's a divisional opponent. And long term, when the resume comes out for the coach, Brandon Staley, he wants to have a good resume in the division in case he gets let go from the Chargers next year, whenever that may happen. He wants to show his resume that he did good against divisional opponents. Because years down the road, when he pulls that up, you're not going to see. He's not going to be like, "Oh, this happened week 18 when the game didn't really matter." I think he's not going to point that out. He just wants to build his resume up. So give me the Chargers.
See, I'm torn because I'm looking at the standings right now. If the Chargers, they hold the tiebreaker with the Ravens, so they have the 5th spot, so that would ensure that they're going to Jacksonville, and that would force Baltimore to go to Cincinnati in the first round. So the only reason why I say that is because, I mean, do the Chargers care? This is going to come down to, do the Chargers care enough to where they play? Do they think it's easier for them to play in Jacksonville or in Cincinnati? And are they going to play their starters? So they can't fall any more than one spot. And so it's either go to Cincinnati or go to Jacksonville. And because of that, I'm gonna go and pick I'm gonna pick the Chargers. I'm gonna go with Sonya and each monkey and yourself as well. I'm gonna pick the freaking Chargers because I want to say the Broncos have pride and win that last game, but it's hard, man.
I thought the Broncos lost to the Chargers.
Yeah, you could be like the meme. I thought you were gonna point out the memes that I've been seeing. I don't know if you've been seeing them. They're like, they caption it, Broncos country, let's ride. And then it'll be like the ride. And then Gio Tavalli, he posted it up. The roller coaster was up on the uphill, and the roller coaster was on fire. And the roller coaster.
Dude, I bet. All right. This next game is going to be for pride, I guess. The Giants are 9-6-1. They're locked in no matter what. They got nothing to play for. They're going to be resting starters. The Eagles, because of their lackadaisical play, not having Jalen Hurts, are going to have to play their starters, and they are 14-point favorites at home. The weather's going to be 43 degrees and partly cloudy. Tickets going as low as a robust $112 in the nosebleeds. Eagles are leading the league when scoring 28 points per game and allowing just 20.5, so second best defense in the league. Who do you got, Eagles or Giants?
Is that 100% certain that the Giants are going to rest their starters, or is that just a rumor?
That's what I'm hearing, dude. I'll check again while you're looking into it. Let's see, Giants. Let's see what they're going to go with here. It looks like they're going to sit Jones.
Oh.
So, yeah, right now they're saying they're just going to be resting mostly starters, or if they're going to play, they're only going to play a half.
Oh.
So they're going to treat it like a preseason. So what do you think?
I know everybody's going to pick Philadelphia on this one, but I'm trying to find a reason as to why I don't want to pick Philadelphia. It has to do with the New York Giants wanting to stick it to the Philadelphia Eagles and make them sweat it out, so that way they can lose out on the number one seed. It could just be a trick. It could just be like, oh, we're not going to play our starters. So Philadelphia, are they playing a mind game with Philadelphia? And then right when the game starts, they put in all their starters.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be interesting. But you know what? Just for the hell of it, give me the Giants. Give me the Giants.
Oh, okay. Well, licking my chops, I'll go with the Eagles on that one. Maybe that makes up for that Carolina game.
maybe we might end up with the same record at the end of the year.
Maybe. You're taking a risk right there. That would be a monumental loss if the Eagles lost that game, by the way. That would mess things up completely in the NFC. So we'll see. I'm going to go with the Eagles on that one in an easy victory. And that'll push us over to the next game, which if that were to happen, you were right, and the Giants were to win that game, the Niners win this game, then it would just totally screw things up and give the Niners the number one spot. The Niners are 12-4 on a high. I think they've won 7 or 8 in a row. They're playing the Cardinals, who are 4-12. J.J. Watt was so right about going to a Super Bowl winning team. Congratulations to him. He's going to retire with the Cardinals going to Super Bowl 50, whatever it is, this year. So congratulations to a most injured guy that's going to make the Hall of Fame just because of a few good plays. He's so overrated. I'm sorry, I had to get that out there. Cardinals are 14-point underdogs. It's going to be 56 degrees and raining. The prettiest quarterback in the league continues to be cocky as hell. The Niners, look, I hate him, but you can't argue with what they're doing right now.
But they're already in the playoffs.
Yeah, I know. Tickets are going as low as $52, which is kind of, well, I wouldn't want to see the Cardinals either. They're going to be boring. This is a boring.
Yeah, this is going to be a boring game.
Yeah. They have a chance. The Niners have a chance to go 8-1 at home this year. Do you think it happens?
I do. I'm going with the 49ers. They played against harder teams, and they've shut down harder teams. Cardinals don't got nothing left. They got David Bly quarterback. Yeah, give me the 49ers.
Yeah, this one's going to be an extreme blowout right here. Philly Nate says, "Bro, Skull is crazy. Eagles win 52-13."
Yeah, you won't be laughing. You won't be calling me crazy when the Giants are going to pull all their starters up right when the game starts. You're going to see Daniel Jones, and Saquon Barkley, and they're going to make you guys sweat for that win. Watch going into the playoffs. They're not going to let you guys walk into the playoffs all high and mighty. They're going to make you guys earn everything.
Well, let's see, man. I know the Giants do have pride. And that'll move us into the next game. Speaking of pride, oh, man, this game scares me because they moved the Packer game back, which should have been a 10 o'clock game. It's going to be now the Sunday night game. They flexed it. So what that means is if the Seahawks take care of business, they officially eliminate Detroit before they even kick off in Green Bay. However, if Seattle loses this game, the Green Bay Packers and Detroit Lions turn into a playoff game. Winner gets into the postseason. Now, if the Seahawks win against the Rams, the Packers, all they have to do is win, and they're in. But Detroit's Dan Campbell said the other night on Sunday Night Football or whenever he was interviewed, he said that the team is going to play either spoiler or playoff contender. So they're going to play hard no matter what. So kudos to him and the Lions staff. I hope they keep their word either way because I need them to beat the Packers. But first, the Seahawks have to take care of business. And Bobby Wagner was quoted as the Seahawks gave up on him. He's trying to motivate the Rams and Baker Mayfield. The Rams only have one win on the road. They're 5-11. Seahawks are 8-8, 4-4 at home. Seattle is 6-point favorites in this game. It's going to be 45 degrees and raining. So it's a cold rain up there in Seattle. What say you? Tickets going as low as $67.
I'm gonna go with 12th man. I'm gonna go with Seattle. The Rams are the Rams this year. As they were saying on the radio today or yesterday, they're running off fumes. They're ready for the season to be over. Yeah, give me the Seahawks.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the Seahawks as well. I think the Seattle wins, but it's gonna be an ugly game. I think last week's Jets game was not pretty. Even though they won 23-6, it's like, dude, it didn't feel like they were up that much, and they made some mistakes. And what scares me is we went to that game earlier in the year a few weeks ago, and the Rams had the same roster, and they were running the football on us, and it was scary. The Rams were really mixing it up, and McVay likes beating the Seahawks. He likes to torment us. And I hate that guy, but he's smart. He knows how to attack the Seahawks, and he gets Pete Carroll to be very stubborn with his play calling. So I'm hoping that crap doesn't happen because I can see the Rams pulling an upset in this game. That's what scares me. But I am going to go with my hometown bias. I'm going with the Seahawks, and I think they win, dude. But it's going to be a little scary.
Gonna be a little tense. How you're gonna be clinching, huh?
Oh, I'm gonna be clenching my butt cheeks like there's no tomorrow. Real quick, Randy says J.J. Watt is an all-world player. You're crazy. When he's on the field, Randy. Oh, look, I've never said he sucks. I just think that dude never stays healthy and gets all the credit in the world. That'd be like if Aaron Donald played the season he has this year, which is hardly any, and people are still saying, well, he deserves a vote for MVP. That's what J.J. Watt, I think, gets. He gets way too much credit. His brother, on the other hand, he's gotten hurt, some severe injuries, and look, dude's already back in the lineup and everything else like that. J.J. Watt's like, broken finger, I'm done. My wife's pregnant, I'm injured. It's like, dude, come on, man. I don't like, and he talks too much shit for a guy who hasn't won anything. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with you 100% on that.
Yeah. See, Marcelo checks in. Shout out to Marcelo. He says, when do we talk about LeBron James? Real quick, stand up and show me your Messi jersey. Marcelo is a huge freaking Argentinian fan. Well, I didn't say take it off. I just said, oh my God, now he's stripping for everybody. I got to show it on the camera. Hold on, it didn't pop up. It's not popping up. It's like, put the jersey back on. Okay, anyway. Well, he'll show you his Messi jersey. I got him on there, so there you go. Let's see. So you went with Seahawks. I went with the Seahawks. Let's get back on it. There you go. The next game will be another rivalry game. This one's a good one. Well, would have been a good one.
When you buy.
Yeah, there you go. It is the Cowboys, 12-4. They have the number one seed still to play for if the Eagles were to lose. But they play the Washington Woke, who are 7-8-1. They gave up on their season. Thank you, Juan Rivera. Cowboys are 7-point favorites, 45 degrees and sunny. Looks like Dallas is going to go with their full roster on Washington. Washington is without Heineke because they benched him and they gave up on him. So I would ask for a trade if I'm Heineke. And Wentz was cut, so they're going to go with a third-string quarterback in this one.
Yeah, give me the Cowboys. Washington, they screwed up. They had their opportunities to win. Dallas is going to bring it to them. Yeah, man, that's where I'm going. I think Dallas is going to turn up on Washington, and Washington is going to sit there and take it.
Yeah, I think so too. I think Rivera gets one in the pow right in the kisser. I think the Woke killed their season 3 weeks ago. So Dallas is going to come in here and they're going to tune themselves up for the postseason. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the boys on this one. Tickets going as low as $65. That's kind of a shock, but it is in Washington, so that's a shitty ass stadium. That'll move us on to the game of the week, which is going to freaking determine everything, basically. It's the Green Bay Packers, 8-8, 5-3 at home, versus the Detroit Lions, 8-8, 3-4 on the road. The Packers are 4.5-point favorites. It's going to be 30 degrees and cloudy with a chance of snow flurries. This is a big one, man. Like we said, if Green Bay controls their own destiny, they win this game, they are in, regardless of what Seattle does. But if somehow Seattle loses, Detroit could be playing for a spot, or Detroit could be playing spoiler. Either way, who do you got?
I'm going to let you go first on this one.
Give me the Lions. I like what the Lions have been doing. Campbell's been playing good. And for many reasons, I'm picking the Lions outside of the reason why I want them to win. But I'm picking them because Jared Goff is finally showing that trade might have, they sold their soul, the Rams, getting Stafford. But the Lions are going to get the Rams' number one pick. And I think Goff moving forward, he's gotten comfortable in Campbell's offense. And the Lions got some surprising weapons. All of a sudden, they're running the football. The Packers are going to try to, will you with their defense and Rodgers' mystique. But, dude, something about the Lions, man. Even if this game didn't involve the Seahawks, I'd pick the Lions. So give me Detroit.
I'm going Detroit as well. I'm going to go with Detroit in this one. Detroit's got the number one offensive line in football. They can run the ball, pass the ball. They got two running backs that can score on any given play. Jamal Williams is the number one running back with touchdowns. He's got like 16 or 17 touchdowns. Green Bay's feeling real good. The media's all over them. They're stroking Green Bay and Aaron Rodgers' is cack. I think that, and then you don't know who Jared Goff is going to go to, because every game Jared Goff, as long as you're wearing Honolulu blue, silver, or white, whatever they wear, Jared Goff is going to get them the ball. And like you just said, Jared Goff has proven that the trade was worth it. And now I think that Detroit's got their quarterback. I don't think they're going to draft a quarterback. He's right there. He was a raw talent. He's not the greatest quarterback. He's not the worst quarterback. There's a lot of teams that way. If he was a free agent in this upcoming offseason, I can name you like 4 or 5 teams right off the top of my head that would sign him to a big deal based on the way he was playing. And then the receivers, like I was saying, he's making Bo Wright, I want to say, the tight end, look really good over there in Detroit in place of T.J. Hawkinson. Green Bay, is Christian Watson going to stay healthy? Is he going to play the full game, or is he going to get injured? If Aaron Jones doesn't get the ball going, then A.J. Dillon, he averages about like 1 or 2 yards a carry. He's not a prime running back. They don't have a realistic tight end, and Detroit is just, even if Seattle does win, Detroit's going to want to stick it to Green Bay, because if Detroit can't make it, guess what? You're not going to make it either. That's going to apply all the pressure on Green Bay, because if Detroit is already eliminated and they know they're eliminated, they're used to it. They're not even supposed to be in this position. What do they got to lose? And plus, who's their number one wide receiver? It changes from week to week. Ahmad St. Brown, and then it goes. They got the rookie Williamson or Williams, whatever his name is. Then you got DJ Shark. You got massive wide receivers over there that can all get the job done. Give me the Lions.
I agree too, and for another reason too. I think if you would, like me and you were talking earlier in the year when the Lions were upside down and the Texans had the same record as they did, we were like, man, who's going to get the worst record this year? We were like, has a team quit on Campbell? When do they fire Campbell? Do they give him another year? He's not made any progression in his second year. And I was really hard on the Lions. You were like, nah, give him a chance. You were putting your foot out there like, hey man, give him a shot. And you know what? Credit to you. And if the Lions do what they did, if they would have won 6 games, I would have been like, hey, that's an improvement. But the fact that they can go into Green Bay, knock them out regardless of what Seattle does, and have a winning record at the end of it, whether they get in or not, to finish 9-8 the way they started would be a dramatic piece of momentum moving forward to next year. So I'm with you right there. I like the Lions a lot in this game.
Dude, Aiden Hutchinson had like 2 or 3 interceptions against Aaron Rodgers when they played in Detroit too. Like they've got pressure. They can pressure that old man, that old geezer ass, that hippie ass dude, fucking high off of acid or whatever he does, that trash ass, needs to retire ass. I'm tired of this dude Aaron Rodgers, man. I hope he hits the dirt like. I hope he gets sacked so much that his jersey's just completely green and he's got grass all in his face. I really want Detroit. Like, honestly, I'd like to see Seattle in the playoffs, but I'd love this. Even though they're in a division and like they're a tough team for Minnesota to deal with, Dude, I'd much rather see Detroit make the playoffs. Dude, you should have seen those fans after that Minnesota game, dude. It's like they won the Super Bowl because they had beaten the Vikings and we were 10-2 at the time, or 10-1 at the time, whatever our record was. Dude, they were going nuts. I know it would mean the world just for them to even make the playoffs. You guys are already used to it. The Packers are used to making the playoffs. So let's see what Detroit does in the playoffs, man, you know?
I ain't gonna lie, given where I picked the Seahawks to be and where I thought they would be, everyone thought they were going to be. If they missed the playoffs, they missed the playoffs. That's on them. I've already explained why I'm pissed off they're in this position in the first place. But
tell that dude Marcelo to eat a dick. He's always fucking hating on me for any fucking reason. I never did shit to that motherfucker. When I'm fucking playing Madden, I don't care if this is off script. That motherfucker comes in on my Madden streams, always talking shit. I don't know if he's sarcastic. I don't know if one of my older brothers did something from him to hate my whole entire family. But that motherfucker needs to shut the fuck up and stop mentioning my fucking name, that cocksucker. Look what he fucking put. He always says some stupid ass bullshit like that, bro. I'm gonna fucking block his bitch ass. Fuck Marcelo.
Hey, whoever did
bro.
that.
I ain't even fucking playing with you, bro. I'll fucking split your shit if I see your fucking old ass on fucking site, you motherfucker. Fuck you.
wow, that
Always
went off.
fucking hating, bro. That motherfucker, he never has nothing nice to say. He's always coming into the stream on some fucking bullshit, on some fuck shit. Fuck him. That's why he's laughing. That's why he's laughing.
Whoever
Bitch ass motherfucker. Fuck you. You made me
I'm
hate
about to
beard,
go
bitch.
over there
You
and
made
do
me
the-
fucking hate. You made me want to shave my beard, bitch. I fucking hate the way your fucking beard looks. You look like a fucking fat ass gopher. You fucking fat bitch. Go lose some fucking weight, you fucking piece of shit.
Go
I'll
touch
fuck that
grass.
dude up. I ain't even fucking lying. I'll fuck that dude up. I hate that dude.
All right, so when you come back to California, we're all hanging out? Is that what we're
Then
doing?
I'll put my fucking foot up his fucking mouth, bro. It'll be the opposite. People say I'll put my foot far up his ass. I'll put my foot so far up down his fucking throat that it'll be out of his fucking ass, bro. I'll be walking with him as my boot. Fuck him.
So he's going to be able to taste what's on your shoe then, huh?
Man, he's gonna taste more than that shit.
Well, that went off the
Always
rails
with some
fast.
fucking hateful ass shit, bro. And you know it's the truth, bitch. Fuck you.
You know what? I'm about to say the exact same thing. You.
There you go.
Whole ass motherfucker. Ain't no reason. I ain't never, the way I approach it, this fucking show, I always do my streams the same way. That's why there's these guys right here from my Madden streams in the fucking chat. But this motherfucker would always, oh, another Madden stream. What else are you gonna do? Like, bitch, why the fuck do you even fucking click on? Fucking unsubscribe to me, you bitch. Why the fuck are you even mentioning my name? Fucking hateful ass motherfucker. Fuck him.
Wow.
I could not wait to see that motherfucker pop in any of the streams again, bro. Like that motherfucker, like I swear, that's the motherfucker I hate the most right now in the fucking world, bro. No apparent reason, just hates. Hate. Ask him why. I'd love to know why he fucking hates on me, bro.
Well,
Because I ain't never done nothing. I even came up with a fucking nickname for him. I was like, what's up, Mark? What's up, Cello? What's up, Cello? I ain't never talked about the Clippers to him. I ain't never done nothing to him. But for whatever reason, he wants to sit there and always fucking talk shit to me. What type of shit is that? That motherfucker's like 15 years older than me talking shit about me, bro. Fuck him. Fuck him.
Well, let's see if we can. Let's see if we
He
can.
ain't gonna respond. That motherfucker knows I'm telling the truth. Ask him what I've ever done. Ask him what I've ever done to him.
Okay, well let's see if he responds in the comments.
I guarantee you he won't respond. He ain't got shit to say. I just don't like him, or I just don't like his older brothers. That's what he's gonna say.
Okay.
Bitch ass motherfucker.
I thought Marcelo was cool with George, was it right?
I don't know what happened, bro. I tried like ignoring White, like the little hey. I thought he was sarcastic, but that look instantly the only comment he wants to make again with me is just wants to sit there and talk shit. I gotta play it on slow mo. Who else says shit like that?
Yeah.
I gotta play it on slow mo. He's got 5 Red Bulls.
Hey, I'm just drinking my water.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mother.
Hey, watch your potty mouth.
I have to hard.
So let's finish this up with the standings real quick while we wait for a response if we get one. In the AFC, the Chiefs, again, it's convoluted, it's weird, it's crazy. We don't know what's going to happen with that game, if it's going to be remade. But right now, Kansas City holds their own and can control their own destiny unless the Bills win this game this week and also get the makeup game against the Bengals. The Bengals still have to play for that number 2 spot, although they're the game back. So right now as it stands, if the playoffs were to end today, it'd be Kansas City with the bye. Buffalo would play the winner of either whoever finishes out with that 7th spot, which would be New England, Miami, or Pittsburgh, or possibly the Jets. And then the Cincinnati Bengals would be playing the Baltimore Ravens. The Jacksonville Jaguars would be playing the LA Chargers. Still sounds weird. Then the NFC would be the Eagles sitting at the top spot. They would have the first round bye. The 49ers would be playing the either Seahawks or Lions in the first round. the Minnesota Vikings would be playing the New York Giants, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers would be hosting the Dallas Cowboys. That can all change with a few wins or losses here coming up on the final week. So any final thoughts or?
Hey, bro, I got a quick shout out. I gotta ask Marcelo how much a Slurpee is at 7-Eleven, because him with that beard makes me look. All he's missing is something like a rag over his fucking head. Tell that motherfucker to stop fucking mentioning me. It ain't all love, motherfucker. Fuck you. You look like you. Honestly, you make me hate my beard, bro. I hate the way the beard looks on you, bro. You need to cut that shit off. You make that shit look horrible. You're fat as fuck. Fat dudes. The reason fat people use beards is because they don't want to see. They don't want their double chin to be seen, bitch. But your shit fucking shines even with the beard, bro. I'm not lying. You look like a fucking fat ass goat for a fat ass cat, bitch. Fuck you. It ain't all love, man. Get that shit up out of here, bro. I don't like you. I don't like you. I'm not hiding that shit. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, beat around the bush, man. Fuck you.
You know, this
I ain't with all that shady ass shit, bro. Like that motherfucker, seriously, man. It's all love. It's all. He still hasn't responded to that question I offered him. He still has not fucking answered that question. Why do you fucking hate me, or why do you show so much hate towards me? It was all love. I agree with you. It was all love until you started with that bullshit. Always fucking talking shit, man. Always fucking talking shit. He's like that coworker. He's like that jealous ass coworker at work that always sits there and tries to poke at you, try to fucking bully on you until you fucking had enough and you fucking explode on him, bro. That's the type of motherfucker he is. I had to do that shit to one of my coworkers, bro. Like they were sitting there and I was like, okay, he's probably just telling jokes because you know it makes his day go by. But the same shit over and over and over again. There's truth behind jokes, bro. Like you can't hide it. You can't sugarcoat for too much. I sniffed the bullshit out, bitch. Look with the little hearts and shit. I had to block your fucking bitch ass, bro.
All I gotta say.
What happened to family friendly?
It was family friendly until a fucking hoe ass motherfucker like him showed up.
Man, I'm still not well yet, dude, man. I mean, come on, man. Anyway.
I can't hold it back, bro. I'm telling you, like, I'm not that type of person, but when shit like that gets approached to me, bro, I have no option but to fucking retaliate, bro. I literally, like, looking at him on these pictures, bro, look at him. He looks like a fucking, I can't say the word, a GAF, bro. I'm going to spell it backwards, a GAF. He looks like one, bro, with that stupid-ass beard, bro. Fuck you and the Clippers, man. Fuck you. Look at him, bro. In this one picture, he's got this long sleeve shirt with the red long sleeves, and then the white shirt's fat ass gut just hanging out. He looks stupid as fuck, bro. He looks retarded as fuck, honestly.
All I'm gonna say is remember back in the day, like this is off the record right here. Well, we're on the record. Who cares?
Tell him to shave that beard, bro. Tell him he makes beard looks bad, bro. Tell him to take that shit off. I'll start a fucking GoFundMe or some shit. I don't know. I don't know what I gotta do to make him shave that beard off, bro. That shit looks terrible on him.
Look, I've known of Marcelo since probably, what, 6th grade? So, I mean, and I knew you guys like 5th or 6th grade. So I met you guys all around the same time. You guys used to be tight as fuck back in the day.
And I don't know what happened, bro. Honestly, I would love to know what happened, because honestly, when you would come in my streams, I added him as a friend on Facebook and all that. He even deleted me. I have no reason to delete anybody on Facebook for what, you know? But he deleted me, so that gave me a sign. I was like, okay, so something's up, like something's going on. I searched him up. He hasn't blocked me. He might block me, because I looked. This is the second time I looked at the pictures. That last time that he fucking did that hater ass shit, I looked at him. I was like, man, this dude's on some fucking weird shit. And now he wants to come in here, so I had to look at his pictures again. But honestly, like you said, like he said, it was all love. And then out of nowhere, he just wants to start talking shit. He just wants to start talking shit. So I started thinking to myself, I was like, what did Louis, Victor, or George do to him for him to fucking hate me? Because I've never had nothing negative to say about him, like at all. At all, bro. If anything, I was going to welcome him into my streams. I was going to sit there and go back and forth with them, talk to him about NFL, NBA, whatever you want to talk to, as I do with everybody else. But for whatever reason, he wants to sit there and fucking, oh, another stream. What else are you going to do? You should just quit. You should, like, he just starts dropping toxic energy. So you give and receive in this world the right way, right? Like you gotta give what you receive, right? It only makes it fair.
So you're basically at your boiling point with this show.
Yes. And also, I would like to shout out the guy that put popcorn in emoji eyes. That was a good one.
That's random.
Shout out to you.
Yeah, but you basically hit your boiling point tonight with this one, huh?
I was good. You see me, I was leaning back, I was laid back. And then I seen that he made that comment about LeBron James. I was just going to let it slide, bro. I was just going to let it go. I wasn't even going to pay attention to it. I act like I didn't see it. I act like I'm going to be honest with you because I know a person like of his caliber, I could easily diminish his shit.
Okay. Well, final thought. This was a Jerry Springer moment tonight, so a shout out to Jerry Springer.
Hey,
I wish it was a Jerry Springer moment that let me punch his ass one or two good times.
Well, there you go.
I'd love to see his fucking shoe flying off when I fucking hit his ass with a little Mike Tyson piece, bro.
Man, nothing but love here in the Out of Bounds prediction show. So if you like that, wait till we do the
fuck out of here. Unsubscribe to this channel and my channel, man. Ain't nobody need you in this shit. Well, you can still subscribe to this channel to support Ty. You and Ty could be cool, but I ain't cool with you. You go fuck off. It's fuck you till I DIE, bitch.
There you go. All right. So with that being said, is there any final thoughts? Or I feel like I have to get on here and I have to say something like Jerry Springer, like the world has arguments. And because of that, and say, something to like.
Bro, if we were on the stage together and then I just seen him walking out the stage with a stupid ass beard, bro, I'd be like, I have to throw something at him, bro. I'd be like, man, security needs to get in between us right now because I'm holding myself back, like just to look, because he looked like he doesn't work out, bro. He looked like he'd be easy to take down, bro. I just be in there, I just swing one real good time, I just body check his ass one good time, and it'd be over with, bro. He looks like one punch to the gut and it's over with.
Well, you got two comments back and forth here. Randy says, "Don't piss."
I may make it up. Well, then good, bitch. You're driving up the watch hours. Thank you.
Randy says, "Don't piss off Rick Davis."
And also, he said, "This is
the greatest."
I might just, hey, you know what I might have to do, bro? I'm gonna put my blinders to him, bro. I'm gonna have to put my blinders onto this weak ass dude. Because watch, he'll sit there and he'll try and act like he's the better man and all this and that, but he's probably sitting there like, man, shut up already, man. Telling the truth.
Well, that would make for an interesting show next season if we were to do the weekly, if he was a every week participant. I would see with the picks, it would go off the rails.
Yeah, man. Honestly, it was like I said, man. It was all good and gravy. I even called him Cello. I remember that. I called him Cello. I was like, "What's going on, bro?" and all this and that. And then he wouldn't respond. He wouldn't respond. So I was like, "Oh, okay, he probably left or whatever." And then the next time he would come around, he'd like start slowly showing some hate, bro. He'd be like, he just start talking shit. He just like, I was like, okay, he's being sarcastic, and he just kept doing the same shit over and over. It's like that coworker that you can't stand.
All right, well.
He's like fucking 50 years old or something like that, bro. You're too old to be acting like that. You got white hairs in your beard, bro. Like, you seriously cut that shit off. Like, start looking young, hit the treadmill up, get in shape, bro, and you might look decent. Cut that shit off.
Hey, he's the same age as I am. You watch your mouth.
Hey, well, at least you take care of yourself and you don't try and show off a beard to try and cover up a double chin. But his shit, there ain't no hope for him, bro. Tell his ass that he might actually look better if he shaves that nasty ass shit off and he gets fucking, if he drops about like 30 pounds, bro. And he starts fucking gaining some muscle. Tell him to start working out. I gotta coach this man up. I gotta son his ass.
Oh wow! All right, so
just crying in this, and then what happened?
Yeah, it went crazy, right? Well, here's what we'll do. We'll see if he shows up for next week's show, when we're gonna get into the playoff preview, and we're gonna. Shut up, Randy. He says I'm getting white hairs on my dick.
Okay, Randy, God. Me and you are not friends.
All right, that ends the show right there.
Yes.
So check us out next week, and we may or may not have the drama with us. So invite your friends.
Buenas noches, niños.
Any last words, my man?
Hell no, man. I'm done.
All right, later.
That had to be one of the best shows.